We are going to talk about E2TProp, and you are going to get as much as value in this video, because at the end of this video, if you are anyone, trader, investor, affiliate, you are going to find your own opportunity and you are going to learn many more things along the way. So stay tuned.
Right. It's the first time that we ever seen in the frame doing a video, so
I think,
how are you feeling?
I mean, like, I'm so much excited. That's why I'm stopping you in between the middle. I don't know, because this journey is, in a sense, it's a true essence. It's, I would say, call it as a journey rather than E2T Prop as a milestone. Whether we are putting our tagline as a chief sales officer or a chief business officer, but this is all about helping people, traders, to, whatever the dream we had, 5 years, 10 years down the line, we had the little bit of dream, right? To become a good trader, how to be a great trader, how to learn and be a student of the market. And today, when we speak about trading and sitting on a podcast like this, I feel like this is something awesome. I would ask you to say, how do you feel?
Agreed. I think it's really overwhelming to the fact that we have been working extremely hard. We just in the trenches every single day, 5 days a week, sometimes even 7 days a week, just doing our absolute best. But like when you sit down and you speak about the journey that we have been on, I think we just solidify it even more. It's like a milestone even for us, because we should have done this, when we first started. But you know what? There's always a new day.
Yeah.
And then the best time to start is always now. With that being said, let's get into how we started, where we come from, and what the vision has always been, especially when it comes to us as individuals and also with the company that we are now working with and building together as a team.
The first question, could you please tell me about the journey before E2TProp?
Okay, wow. So that's interesting. I would have loved Brad and Mark to be here, but I'm just going to speak on their behalf. So I started with this company about like 2-3 years ago. And when I first started, E2TProp did not exist. We just had this beautiful trading education company, which is called Educate2Trade. Just to give you a little brief, so Brad started Educate2Trade 8 years ago. So as everyone knows, he was a footballer, but then he realized that there's more to just playing in the field, and not everyone can be a Messi or Ronaldo. And then he just chose to multiply his wealth from trading.
Okay.
And later down the line, what happened was maybe his friends and family reached out to him to ask how's the journey been, how's trading and how is he making his money. So then he must have thought to himself that, let me just put a team together and let me just teach people how he's doing it. Because at that time, I briefly remember him saying there were no textbooks available, there were no mentorships available, there was nothing that would help him to start on trading. So he had to find ways himself. So he found, these loopholes, these strategies, everything that he does all by himself. So he got together with another sports person by the name of Lewis Burton. And then he started this company called Educate2Trade. And this was the reason why I exist and you exist, right? In this ecosystem, this beautiful ecosystem that Brad built. So when I first started, there was no prop, but what we were doing was we were helping people to get qualified to become traders. And naturally, if we are given top class education, people would pass with flying colors and also gain the skill set of trading. Now, just having the skill set alone is not enough. People also need money to make money in trading, right? You can't really trade without any funds. So then there were a lot of prop firms outside of our organization that reached out to Brad and Mark to collaborate with them to give funding to our traders, which with all due fairness, they did not want to align with any brand that did not resonate with. So that didn't end up happening. But then later down the line, when I joined the company, we kind of, hit a little, like a roadblock. And then we realized that, it's time that we start our own prop firm. So we sat down, we brainstormed. It wasn't an easy path. It wasn't something that happened overnight. It was 6 months of going back and forward just to make sure that what we are stepping into, we can take to the same heights as we have took Educate2Trade. So that's how this whole, E2T World organization started. And I do briefly remember first initial days when we were sorting out the technology platform, when we were trying to build a team, when we started advertising to get a risk manager on board by the name of Joshua. He's the one who works with us. And with that being said, and that's why also that you are here today as well, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I also remember the days when you started with Educated Trade, and you were doing something completely different. And then now we have this beautiful Avengers team, right, of handful of individuals that are just driving this company to the new heights.
Okay, all right. Someone who is looking at a website, you can go to the About Us page and see all of us and read about us. That's what I would suggest. But apart from this, every company will have their own true stories about bringing something unique and launching something special. But when I started with Educate to Trade and E2TProp, the first mission is to help traders, first and foremost thing. And the best thing what Brad was doing, or we are all doing together, help in such a way that whatever the mistakes, whatever we did, which is not duplicating for the next generation of traders. So I see, let's specifically focus on talking about E2TProp. I see this as an opportunity for someone who doesn't know trading, who doesn't know even how the financial market works. Like I was there in their shoes back in 2014. That point in time, the mistake what I did was putting my hard-earned money. I remember, my first salary was somewhere close to 11,000 rupees, which is like an 10 pounds. I would say not even 110 pounds, but that point in time, putting 10 pounds on the market and giving it a try, investing. Now people don't have to do that anymore.
Yeah.
People can try and work on their skill, risk management, and the trading psychology all together in one place. I would say that as an E2TProp.
That is so valid, because you just sparked some memories as well for me. Because my first salary was £350.
Okay.
A little bit more.
Yeah.
However,
When did you got placed? I mean, like, when did you start working?
when I was 18.
Okay.
When I was 18.
Okay. Which year is this? I mean, like
2017.
17. Okay,
So roughly
okay.
like 7-8 years ago.
Yeah, that's good.
That was
Okay.
my first ever job.
Yeah.
First salary £350. And what I did was I took £50 to put into your trading account, like
Okay.
very similar to what you must have done.
Yeah.
And guess what? Just like everybody else, I just lost that £50. And for me, at that point, it was a fortune, right?
Yeah. Yeah. True.
Losing
True.
£50 when you're not making enough is just like horrible. So now to tackle those problems, because there's a lot of people in our shoes still right now going through those phases.
Yeah.
They don't really need to risk £50 of their own money. Because how this works is, if they were to risk their own £50, they wouldn't have the same purchasing or buying power, as we call this in trading, as they would if they were to get a funded account with someone like E2TProp.
Yeah.
So let's just say if you were to risk, $25, now you have a luxury to start trading with $1,000 capital
Yeah.
and have $1,000 worth of buying power. How good is that? You don't really need to save £1,000, $1,000 to get started in trading. You just need to start with $25.
Yeah.
Because guess what? What we also do is, as you know, we also do a scaling program, meaning you can start with $25 with a 1K account. If you hit your 10% target, you can move to the next one, which is 2.5K capital.
Yeah.
Something that you don't even pay for. However, you do get paid for the accounts that you just passed and hit your milestones and payouts. So if I had this 7-8 years ago, I think my life would be completely different. I probably wouldn't even be in this room sitting, building E2TProp.
Yeah.
I would probably be in Dubai, just living my best life.
See, because people don't understand the power of compounding, because the scaling opportunity, what you said, and just reiterating the fact, whatever you said is like, I can start as small as possible, as $25 and get $1,000 account. Or if I'm skilled enough, I can start with a 10K capital just for $150. See, $10,000 capital putting from my pocket, whether it is better for somebody who is starting with trading, or is it just better for somebody who's starting with a $150? That is the learning cost, right? I can fail first, I can fail multiple times, but what you're learning from there is if you can manage risk well with that little amount of $10,000 and show to us where you can do that for 5 consecutive stages, then we will hire you.
Yeah,
That's the all about the global employment plan.
yeah, that's another beautiful thing they just mentioned. So yes, we also do something called Global Employment Program because at the end of the day, we're here to empower people and traders, and we want to make sure that our traders are looked after,
Yeah.
right? We don't want them to just keep on trading from whatever location that they are. By all means, we want them to be in this ecosystem because we have our trading floor in London, right? And what we have seen time and time again is if someone is not successful in trading, the moment they shift their environment and they come sit with people who are successful, who have been through that journey, all of a sudden they are on a completely different trajectory. Rather than them failing, again and again and again, the moment they start staying with someone who's successful and learn from their mistakes, they can literally cut their learning curve in half, even more than half. So what we offer is, like Sina just said, if you pass 5 stages, you have an opportunity to come work with us. I wouldn't say for us, I would say with us, because that's the team environment that we have here.
Yeah. So none of the prop firms which I have gone through, they do not have this unique feature called milestone payout, because as our founders used to say, especially Mark used to say that, when you tap on someone's shoulder and say you did a great job, they do much more, 10 times more than what they are actually doing. So how can we promote this culture in our traders ecosystem? So each and every trader, when they start, they have a target of 10% in order to request for a payout. But when they reach 5%, they can take a part from their payout pool, a certain amount. When they reach 7.5%, they can take another part of the payout pool. And when they reach 10%, they can request for the remaining. The whole total will be 90% of the payout pool. But the beauty is not just trader is getting, these tapping on the shoulder and saying, well done. Whoever the brand ambassador or the affiliate who brought the trader to the table, they are also getting boosted, because when somebody is making an achievement because of this brand ambassador or affiliate or mini CEO, then they are also getting a recurring payments as well. So imagine if you are just an affiliate, okay, you bought 100 good traders to manage E2T prop account, and imagine they're all doing amazing job. We have diversified traders who are performing for managing investors capital, but at the same time, you know what, each time every trader hits, let's say you're on a 1k today, tomorrow you could be on a 2.5k, day after tomorrow you could be on a 5k, and 1 years down the line or 2 years down the line you could be managing, let's say, 7-figure account. Even that point in time, when you hit the target, 5%, 7.5%, and 10%, this mini CEO or the affiliate or brand ambassador would earn as much as possible.
Yeah, that is such an amazing way to put this.
Yeah.
In few words, because like you mentioned, Mark, the founder of this company, he always does this with us, right?
Yeah.
And that's and this whole idea comes from him himself. Now he can't physically, say well done, congratulations to all the traders, but what he's decided to do is, like you said, which is milestone payouts, and it's his way of saying people, well done, you're on a really good path, and we want to congratulate you by offering you, a little something that allows you to stay consistent on the path that you're on. And with that being said, he doesn't just want to congratulate the trader, he also wants to congratulate someone who introduced that trader to this wonderful company, because now that person not just changed the trader's life, he also is now changing his life as well. And he should be, or she should be, celebrated on the fact that they saw our vision and they wanted to align their vision with ours, and then also introduce their communities, their people, and their traders to us.
Okay.
So it's just a way to thank them, to see our vision, and also align with our vision as well. And I think
Sure.
that's one way to put it. And with that being said, I would like to ask you, Sinu, just doing these things alone, just making these minute changes, how many traders have we now been able to amass in the past 7-8 months?
In
on our
terms
platform?
of the strategies we laid out for in terms of business development, we said, okay, let's give it for free. Let's see how many people are using it. I still remember a year ago when we gave this opportunity for completely free, which is accessing a $3,000 capital for free for people. And we did a deadline.
I would like to correct you, Sinu. Sorry, we did not start 1 year ago. We started 8 months ago.
Yeah. Okay. All right. It seems like seems like 1 year, but 8 months ago, I would say, in this year then. Yeah, in February, I would say,
Yeah,
right?
7-8 months ago.
Yeah, so February. Let's say that point in time, around 10,000 traders started with us. And that 10,000 traders turned out to be the wonderful 16 countries right now. And each trader has their own, let it be, you might have seen the ad which we did. Come on, you obviously know that.
Yeah.
Let's say the Egypt event shows that proof,
Yeah.
because that is a brand ambassadors representing E2TProp, and they are representing in different parts of the world. And that is something I believe a huge success in, rather than just focusing on the numbers.
Yeah, very, very well put together. And let's speak a little bit more about Egypt, because we just came back from Egypt.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that we still are on the buzz of that whole trip, because it wasn't just a work trip. It was more than that. It got us to a point where we could bond together, where we could reflect on the journey that we've been on, and where we are trying to move to the next stage.
Yeah.
So with that being said, we had an opportunity to speak to people from all across the globe coming together in Egypt to tell us about their journey with E2TProp. And like Sinu mentioned, they all come from different parts of the world, and it amazes me to just see it, because you're not just looking at these numbers or these people online or on Zoom or on Instagram. You're actually meeting them. You're shaking their hands. You firsthand get to know their problems. You firsthand get to know where they're coming from and how E2TProp has drastically changed the way that they trade. So with that being said, I feel extremely humbled for the fact that a small idea that started a year and a half or 2 years ago has now began to shift lives and timelines of individuals that we don't even hear from. This is completely unheard of. There's so many cases that we fail to showcase to the world because we're so busy trying to build this business that we kind of fall shy with our social media, let's be honest, right?
Yeah.
But if you were to go to our first ever YouTube second YouTube video, this guy, he reached out to us. He's from Africa, and he said he started with a 1K account. At that time, we were doing that for $10, and that was all the money that he had because he was a student. He used these $10 to prove his skill set. He got a payout, and he got scaled to 2.5K account as well. And guess what he did? He utilized this money to pay for her mum's medical bills because she was in hospital. Because that's how big of an impact that it had on him. And he also was able to spend money on his graduation ceremony because he was just about to graduate from school.
Okay.
So now seeing these people live in a closed environment like we were in Egypt,
Yeah.
is just really overwhelming and really eye-opening for all of us combined. And learning from what we did in Egypt, we are now going to talk a little bit more about our next phase of journey of making sure that we are not just tied to these 16 countries. We want to make sure everyone in this world gets to know our name and gets to trade with us. So should we speak a little bit more about what we do next?
obviously. But before that, one last point I would like to highlight. The one thing is that, a retired trader who have been analyzing gold market for a big bank in India, and he is young in his mind. I would say he got the golden opportunity to handle 100K in capital along with $500 basic salary plus 3 months non-negotiable contract and a 12-month contract, which is like he don't have anything to worry about it for his retirement life, where he gets to manage 100K, which is like on a risk percentage. If I am a trader, I would be focusing on risking not even a quarter of a percentage of 1% risk, and then proceed further scaling up that account. I would like to see him succeeding because that's going to make a big impact in a country where I live. From Egypt, whatever we have seen and learned, and whatever the time we have spent, the one little thing what I understand is anything what we are going to say, what we are going to do right now or in the future, which is going to change hundreds of lives, billions of lives. So go on and tell me what is the outcome and what are we launching now?
Well, thank you so much for also sharing the story of the wonderful trader that we have now taken on board from our global employment program,
Yeah.
as rightfully mentioned. Now, just looking at how more inclusive that we can make our E2TProp. So what we are launching is a phenomenal idea of a World Cup trading competition. Meaning that we're not limited to 16 countries. We're not limited to 2, 3, 4, 5,000 traders. We want to open up our platform to billions of traders. Hopefully there are billions of traders in this world.
Yeah.
More to come. We want to open our platform to anyone and everyone who has a skill set of trading, who would like to prove their skill set, potentially get hired, but more than that, what we would like them to do is represent their countries. Because this allows people of a particular country to come together to win a World Cup and represent their country and show their flag to show the world how good of a trader that they are. It's an extremely healthy competition. It's just designed and built to make sure that whatever that we're doing, firstly, is working. And secondly, we want to now include more people, and we want to make sure everyone comes together and treat trading as a community-driven project rather than something that people, they think to themselves, I'm an introverted person. I just want to stay in my basement and trade all by myself. I don't really need friends. No one likes me. No one wants to know me. Everyone hates what I do. No. That's not what we're trying to do. What we're trying to build here is that if you're a trader who do not have more trader friends, this is your opportunity to build trader friends by joining your trading community and representing your country in the World Cup.
Yeah, that's an amazing opportunity because, see, everyone would like to participate in a sport. When a country is participating in a sport, and let it be cricket or a football, what if, we can have this ongoing, IPL or like FIFA World Cup, like every single time we are going to give the best prize to the top winners, but at the same time every single time I would always wish to continue this because this is going to change the top traders, not just with prices. This is going to change a lot of lives as well. Let's see. And that's it from my end. I think we have discussed. And reach out to us in social media platforms everywhere, wherever you see, on Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, YouTube, and wherever you reach out, put down your trading journey comment so that how you can make a difference to non-traders, first and foremost thing, because trading in itself, as Enzo used to say, performance activity, right? We are all performing performing in an art, not in a such a way, not in an art, but helping them with respect to financial gains, and giving them a pathway. Okay, you can trade and live around the world, or there are so many things which anyone could dream about. They can quit their 9 to 5. They can, say say hello to their boss and say that I'm going to do my own. They can follow their passion. They can focus on their purpose. They can focus on the values which they can provide for others. So there are so many things. That's it from my end, man.
Yeah, I mean, what Sinu mentioned is more than just trading. Is a lifestyle, because there are people like you mentioned. They want to quit their 9 to 5. They're doing things that they don't like, and they wish to change the situation. And there's no better way to start other than E2TProp. I'm not just saying it because I'm part of E2TProp. I'm saying this because, to be fair, this is the only company that allows you to not just get funded, but also education.
Yeah, true.
Because what you can do is, if you do not know how to trade, join our Discord, start typing questions. There will be a lot of traders that will be more than happy to help you. Sinu does live sessions. We also have Enzo, our psychology expert, who does live sessions. We will be adding more traders doing live sessions, soon, and hopefully it will be one of you guys coming from E2TProp itself. So with that being said, get educated, get funded with us, and there's more to come. We are not stopping at any given point of time. We are just beginning. We haven't even, let's just say, scratched the surface, as most would say. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching our video, and we will see you in the next one.
Last but not least, you heard us, whatever we have built. You are going to hear it from us. Excuse me. You are going to hear it from us, whatever we are going to build soon. Something and a unique opportunity for each and everyone, traders, affiliates, and investors, to come under this ecosystem and work together to build something for the world. So stay tuned for the next video and the next update from us. Wish you nothing less than success ahead.
Thank you so much for watching.